Previously on Cameron Washington Renaissance Man.
We're working with a group of selected young men that are going to be the faces for the ad campaign for the Tide to Greatness organization. That, you have to model with your whole body. So we'll kind of coach you as we go along. We're going to shoot some more here. All right, hold that right there. Oh, I do what I do.
It's just exciting. I don't like to think about it because seeing where we've all come from and that whole thing, like to see what God is going to get ready to do for all of us, it's a little mind blowing. Just a little walking.
One of the reasons that I am so blessed and have had the opportunities that I've had is because I am able to take myself out of the picture and to help those and support those that I believe in. Tonight, I'm just kind of tying up some ends on some current projects that I'm working on. And the 6 ABC segment that I shot is coming on. America Tuesday. It's about to come on. Hey, are you watching? How is it that my assistant doesn't even know that the segment is coming on tonight? You are so fired. Yeah, Channel 6, it'll be on. Yeah, it's about to come on though, in a minute. Ma'am, I invited my friend Dwayne to come by to check out the segment with me.
We are here with
that's nice. Look at you!
Branding and lifestyle expert.
Absolutely. We're here at Busy Bee Design Center on South Street.
I started the C. Washington Group as a dream, and so to see this now all evolving and happening and the opportunities that I've been presented with, I know it's nothing but God that's got me here.
In your home, you can throw this right on the coffee table.
For
that movie night.
Cameron says simple parting gifts leave your guests with a great feeling. And for the menu, well, you don't need an expensive meal to impress.
Another option is the way you present it. Love is in the details. So of course.
Yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
Have fun creating your own holiday signature cocktail.
Love them.
What? I'm sorry.
What the 2 seconds? That was good.
He's a butthead. Yeah, that's someone who has a head that's a butt. Okay. I'm sorry. My company, the C. Washington Group, is a branding, public relations, and production firm.
One of our clients is Omega Optical, a luxury eyewear company.
How are you?
Good. How you doing? Brandon, my assistant.
Hi, how are you?
Kind of like Vanessa Williams.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Brennan.
You look like Vanessa Williams.
Oh, I like that. So she's tan.
It's our job to make sure that our clients have all of the resources that we need and that we help to spread their brand message. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah. But I do want to get our newsletters going for next year.
Right.
So we can be, I kind of only want to do something either 4 times a year. Okay. I want to do something because I don't want to oversaturate because we're too small. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But no, as a brand manager and a PR director, I also become a friend, a mentor, a confidant. Okay.
And then one is going out 5. But they're really all the same email. It's just reminding people about flex spending and it's such, we've been doing that the last 4 years. So,
right.
So
it's important to me that my clients have my support.
So today I just really want to talk to Cameron about my personal aspirations and my career.
We're going to work on his career, but he has to chill out for a minute, pump his brakes. You know you got smart on the text messages last night too.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You always take so much.
Oh my God, you're killing it.
You always think someone is being smart. I was in the middle of, I literally had the garbage and put it on the street. And I went to go get a second bag, and Nicole mentioned something to me. Oh, well, I think that the garbage might come on Friday or something. That's when I texted you, and then you texted me back.
But because the thing
coming
is,
at my neck though.
But like we talk about it every single week.
And I did it. Like I was doing it.
Brendan works with me also as an assistant, and he assists one of the brands that I work with, Modest Hair Salon. Brendan, I'm working with Brendan to really help him develop himself. Like he's a part of my team now. Brendan.
Can I just explain myself?
Do you see what I'm saying?
First?
Oh no. It's Brendan, and I'm not beating you up because I think you have great potential, and I trust Tracy. I would never put you out there.
Can I say?
I'm like
Let me finish the story.
His big sister.
And you stop me if you feel I'm telling something incorrect.
Watching Cameron work, he draws a line with business and friendship, and honestly, as good as friends you are, just like you can't cross that side to business.
Brendan, I want to make sure they get there, because if they don't, you're not gonna say, "Hey, give me Brendan's phone number." You're gonna say
Cameron is very, well, you know this. You know, he gets it done. You know, no matter what. And I mean, every time he's done something for Omega Optical, it happens. Like, you know, even if I call him at the last minute, he makes it happen. So I do get what you're saying.
And I want him to have that same
reputation. I get it, and you will.
Brendan has a lot of potential, but I need him to understand that he has to be proactive and think outside the box.
I'm just saying, I'm just joking around with what I'm just saying.
Yo, don't joke around.
All right.
He gets it, but I just want to
I can tell. You're gonna. I see big things. Big things.
I kind of get that kind of ruthless, cold-heartedness that he gets with his craft and his business. At the same time, he looks out for me.
One thing about Brendan, no matter what I say, he always listens and he takes the advice, and that's how I know that he's going to be an amazing asset to this company.
Hey guys, don't go anywhere, because Cameron Washington, Renaissance Man, will be right back.
This episode of Cameron Washington Renaissance Man is brought to you by Backstage Cosmetics. For information on their services and products, visit BackstageCosmetics.com. You can watch Cameron Washington Renaissance Man on your PC, iPad, and smartphone. For details, go to CameronWashington.com.
Glamfest is an event hosted by Kayam Baris. We connected a few years ago, and this is my second year hosting the event for her in New York.
Did you get my text?
No, what'd you say?
Do you have a black pencil and a stone mirror?
A black pencil and a stone mirror. Can I get it later?
I'm getting ready to come out there too. Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm
Take
like
what we
trying
go.
to
We
make
can take
sure
what. Tonight we're at the Mist Harlem, which is a spot I've never been to. It's beautiful, and I'm just really excited about what the show's going to bring.
And tonight we are celebrating how many years of hip hop?
40 years of hip hop.
Any hip hop fans in the room? 40 years. So I know this is particularly special to you because many of you may not know, but you have a little history in the hip hop industry.
I do. I was at 4 years old. I started dancing, and it became a passion. But I studied ballet, jazz, gymnastics. But then when I became a teenager, I fell in love with hip hop, and so I followed that as a passion. And my mom encouraged me a lot. She's in the audience tonight.
Come on, let's give it up for Mom.
This is a great show. I'm really enjoying hosting this. A lot of great people, and I'm having a good time.
Good, right? All right, are you guys ready to see some fashion tonight? Are you guys ready to see some fashion tonight? All right, we are first going to see an amazing collection from a designer who is from Bronx, New York. He says his collection is inspired by America. It's edgy, it's fashionable, it's on trend. Let's give it up for Mr. Samuel McPherson. You ready to see some more? Yeah. You ready to see some more? Yeah. See yeah.
Oh! Like shout.
All right.
Now you know I got to bring the church to the stage. I mean, that's what I do.
We're going to hear from an amazing performer. She is a Southern belle of sorts from South Carolina, but she's a Harlem girl now. Where is Miss Colette?
Colette. Colette.
Now I gave you all that introduction. Where you? All right. Okay. Come on, let's give it up for her. She's going to perform for us tonight. So one of our shows.
I've been missing, lost in my life. Oh, so I can't stop it, but I just want you.
That was fun, but I am exhausted. I just want to get home.
And Verbify. Let's give it up for all of our sponsors tonight.
And sometimes even when you ask me, I just sit down and cry. I said, Lord, I just thank you. I praise you. Even when you would call me when you were going to New York and asked me to pray for you, I began to shout in the living room. I said, God, I just thank you. I praise you. And
This episode of Cameron Washington Renaissance Man is brought to you by Backstage Cosmetics. For information on their services and products, visit backstagecosmetics.com. You can watch Cameron Washington Renaissance Man on your PC, iPad, and smartphone. For details, go to CameronWashington.com.
The next Downtown Express 3 train.
What is with all these trains? All I need to do is get to this location and fast. I'm already late.
Help me out there.
It's too much. We don't have all this. Just get your little tokens.
Hey, what?
A train, B train, C train, 1, 2, 3. I mean, really? Seriously. I should have just took a car because this is crazy.
You can watch Cameron Washington Renaissance Man on your PC, iPad, and smartphone. For details, go to CameronWashington.com.
I'm stopping by tonight to see my grandfather, who is a pastor and the minister of music for their church.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
All right.
He's always been my inspiration, and whenever I'm feeling like I'm overloaded, I know that I can talk to him and that I can come to him, and even if we just sing a song, I know that it'll make me feel better.
My audience tonight. Give us this day our daily bread. You said you would supply all I need.
I grew up with my mother, but I was never forced to go to church. It was always an option. But my grandparents, they made it a point to make sure that they picked me up and that they brought me to church.
So they can be free. Oh, like me. Oh, free like me. Oh, Lord, I need
When it comes to my grandparents, they have a special place in my heart. Music has always been a part of my life. Ever since I was a kid, I can remember traveling with my grandfather and sitting on the organ and singing at conferences and churches. And so it's a part of my life that I can't give up.
And Cameron, when we just had so much fun when you were little, and you'd be ready to sing, and you just sing a song, and I'd be ready to shout.
I love you, let me know with me. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I know shouting with us in your arms.
And yeah, and we think about going to Holly B. Grant, and I remember I had Jamel in one arm and you in the other arm, and the music was going, and we were shouting, and I was shouting with both of y'all in my arms, about 5 feet tall, never dropped anyway.
I ain't stopped shouting yet, right?
I haven't stopped yet.
You know, I guess my fondest memory is when you got ordained elder. You know, and that was really something.
I can remember when I first started out just as an event planner doing weddings, working a 9-to-5 and having the idea one day that I wanted to start my own company. And so to see all of this happening now is just really, really mind-blowing. And I know that it's only because of God that I'm here and I'm able to wake up every day and do what it is that I love to do.
And I like, no matter what you're doing or you were about to do, you would call up and say, Grandma, come on, you gotta pray for me, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You always think about prayer and giving it to the Lord first. And I mean, I'll be just sitting there and you're going to something big and you say, pray for me. You know, when you have a grandson that doesn't want to do anything without seeking the Lord, and he would just take the time, some grandkids don't even call up to say hi, but take the time to call up and ask you to pray for them. It's something great they're going to do. That means so much to me. And sometimes even when you ask me, and I just sit down and cry, I said, Lord, I just thank you. I praise you. Even when you would call me when you were going to New York and asked me to pray for you, I began to shout in the living room. I said, God, I just thank you. I praise you. And it brings, I can't even talk about it now because it brings tears to your eyes to think that you have someone that would do that.
Yeah, I love y'all. Y'all my family. I'm gonna let y'all know you got rehearsal, so I want to pray with y'all real quick.
Okay.
Whenever I'm down, my grandmother is a prayer warrior, so I can get on the phone with her, and no matter what she's doing, she'll stop and pray with me. And that's something that I value and that I cherish, because with everything I have going on, I need that stability and I need that support.
We will give you the glory. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Love y'all.
Love you too, man.
Love you.
Sometimes you just need someone to let you know that everything is going to be okay. And I can always depend on my grandparents to do that. I decided to come up with the Dandy Awards, which would be a great way to honor men that are doing phenomenal things, you know, in the community.
We're all running around trying to put the names on the VIP seat, so it's just a little hectic right now. Just a little bit anxious about, you know, are we gonna get started on time? Is the sound check gonna go right? Is the voice gonna be right?
Just tell Daryl, make sure my mic is hot, like from the top. I don't want it like starting out soft and then going to hot.
Thank you.